How, when you're an undeveloped child, boy, teenager, even a man, trying to establish a connection with that wound, for me it's felt impossible,
Yeah, yeah.
because the first thing you do is bury it.
And the first thing you face before even getting anywhere near that, like that box that you've buried, for example, just to keep it simple, is you've got all that fear of, oh my God, how is this going to feel when I finally open that box? And
Yeah.
that's like one of the biggest obstructions, because it's like a different level of fear every time you get a step closer to that box that you need to open in order to like really not fix yourself, but find yourself. I think so. I don't believe in the word fixing people. Like, I don't think anyone's broken. I think we're misguided. I think that there's a lot of a lack of understanding, self-understanding and self-awareness. I think
Yeah,
it's
this
finding.
I want to talk about that, because that gets thrown around a lot, that we're not broken. It's not true.
Mm.
Let me explain to you what happens, because
Yeah.
I've gone through this in my journey really deeply to understand what it means to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
And the soul, right? Let's talk about the soul. Everybody knows that we have a soul,
Mm-hmm.
and the soul is infinite and it's indestructible. However,
Yes.
what most people don't realize is that it can shatter, it can break.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people mean when they say I'm broken, because the
Right.
stuff
Okay.
shatters, right? It's like a mirror. Okay. The um
Excuse me.
if you've received betrayal or trauma, which everybody on the planet has, then when you look in the mirror and it's broken, you get distortions,
Yeah.
right? And so these are what everybody this is what everybody lives through, which everybody procreates, is
Yeah.
they look in the mirror for an answer, and it's a bit distorted,
Distorted.
and sometimes, more often than not, they get the wrong answer back.
Mm-hmm.
And this is to do with the ego,
Mm-hmm.
which is all based around separation between the masculine and feminine, within and without. My journey's taken me really deep on this, and it's so interesting. That's why, when I met you, I knew you were open to listen to this,
Mm-hmm.
like really open, and I was really
Yeah, of
shocked.
course.
Like, I came back home to, I was like, oh, I met this really young guy called Oliver, and he listened, and no, but seriously, it's really rare for someone to listen to and understand
Yeah.
that level of deep inner wisdom, especially around what we've all been through. And I'm not so sure if I don't recall if in our conversation, if I spoke about my journey with you. Did I?
Ever so briefly, we didn't have like masses of time, but you did say it was something we'd expand on,
Yeah,
in the times that we do these podcasts and things.
yeah,
So I'd love
and
to hear it.
yeah. I don't need to go into it, because it's about you. But
Okay.
you by all means, you can ask me. But the majority of my interactions with men have been emotional abuse and violence. Um,
Yeah.
and violent abuse is bad, is bad. It's not the right word to use. Is invasive, and it
Yeah.
stays with you, because what I discovered is that when someone punches you with ill intent, that energy is transferred from them into you.
It stays with you.
Yeah, and that has taken me very long time to shake out my body, and I had to go through a death process. I had to spiritually kill myself,
An NDE. Yeah.
and I only just recently completed that.
Mhm.
And it's a profound journey, and I'm writing about it because it's so big. I couldn't possibly uh
Yeah.
di um how do I say, break it down into like
A step by step process.
in yeah, but also we wouldn't have time. I
Yeah.
even in 3 hours, it just wouldn't be enough time to tell you
Mm.
the process that I've been through because it's just so big. But the process of having to heal the abuse that I went through,
Mm.
it took me a long time to realize that there are some parts that you can't heal.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
some parts that
There.
you can't heal, and having to live your life, having to live your life with that energy inside you is excruciating.
It's in my experience, I I find that the things that you can't ever let go of, that you can't fix, that stay with you, like you say, it's either a really, really good reason to stick around and keep going, or it's a really, really easy and good reason to want to just
End it.
give up. Yeah, to
Yeah,
give
yeah,
up and just
yeah.
end it, and that's I feel like that's the battle that, all people face still. I think today's society is so, I will say it, broken.
And the how it's what I find really interesting is that when we come into this world, we're like this bundle of freedom and love, and then we are essentially destroyed in a way, not completely.
Conditioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why, I said earlier about being broken is we we protect parts of ourselves by giving it away or hiding it or locking it away, and we do that by hiding it in the heart. And
Mm-hmm.
this is where the avoidance stems from. And so if we know that we're going to receive further abuse, we we hide the most powerful parts of ourselves, the most gentle
Yeah.
parts of
The most
ourselves.
loving, the most caring.
Yeah. And I've been reclaiming those parts on my journey, and so I've started to write down a book about integration through these processes because I understand the process now of how to mend the mirror from a broken mirror to a perfect mirror.
Yeah.
And when you have a perfect mirror, um, you can see through the ego and
Mm.
make better choices, which is essentially an antidote to what you're talking about, right? Making poor choices.